Good morning, students. Coming back to the next session of Module 2, it is controllability and observability. It is the last topic under Module 2. So, in case of your control system, so you are analyzing. So, what is meant by a control? Without control, no systems can be maintained stabilized, and no optimal solution can be obtained without a without a control. Therefore, the existence of such a solution depends on the answer of the two basic questions. That is, for example, you consider a system. If it is possible to transfer any system from its initial state to the any other desired state in a finite time under under the effect of suitable control force. That is one example. Next one is your need to measure your output for a finite amount of time with the knowledge of the input. With that, is it possible for us to obtain the initial state of the system? It is your second question. So now we need to know the answer for these two questions. For this, we need to understand the concept of controllability and observability. So without control, it is not possible for the system to maintain its stabilized condition. So here we are going to consider two cases. One is you consider a system that is possible to transfer from one initial state to the another state in a finite amount of time. So under that, what is the applied control input force? Second one, if you could able to measure your output within a finite time with the knowledge of the input. So what you have applied some input. So with that input applied only, if it is possible to obtain the output, then how will you determine the initial state of the system? So for both the conditions, we need to understand the concept of controllability and observability. The first question answer can be with the concept of your controllability. There you need to transfer a complete system from its initial state to the any other desired state within the time period with the application of your input. So controllability means it is completely controllable. That is, if you consider the initial state to be x of t naught and the desired state to be x of tf, that is, it is your initial state and this is going to be your final state, then within the time interval tf, with the help of your control force u of t, the concept of controllability and observability can be identified by means of two methods. One is your Kalman's test of controllability. So in Kalman's test of controllability, to find whether the system is controllable and observable. So for both controllability and observability, it is possible for us to use Kalman's test. Now we will check how exactly we can identify the controllability of the system by means of Kalman's test. So we know that your state equation x dot of t is equal to ax of t plus bu of t, and in this we can identify what is the order of your matrix A and what is your order of the matrix B. And u is your input, x of t is your state equation. So you have to identify your controllability matrix, that is QC, which is equal to B, AB, A square B, and it goes on till the number of state variables. If you have 3 state variables, then the composite matrix QC has to be B, AB, and A square B. So it is your composite matrix. You have to identify the composite matrix and you have to place it in different columns as shown over here. After doing so, you have to identify your determinant value. So once the determinant value is identified, you have to check whether it is equated to 0 or what. This one I will show it with a problem. Find the controllability of the system for the given problem. X dot of t is equal to ax of t plus bu of t. Here what is the order of the matrix A? It is 2 cross 2. We know that the order of the matrix is nothing but n cross n. Therefore the number of state variable in this is going to be 2. For this you identify your composite matrix. The composite matrix to obtain the controllability is identified as B, AB. Since you have only 2 state variables, you have to use 2 terms only. Therefore QC is equal to B, AB. B matrix already we know it is 0, 1. Okay, and this is your AB matrix, that is you need to multiply your A matrix with the B matrix so that you will get this particular column. Now, when you identify the determinant value for this matrix, you are getting -1. It means that your QC is not equal to 0. Therefore, the order of the matrix for QC is going to be 2. Suppose if QC is going to be 0, then the order of the matrix is not equal to the number of state variables. So if your order of your composite matrix, that is QC, is not equal to 0, then the rank of the matrix is going to be the number of state variables that is mentioned in the problem, and we can say the system is completely controllable. This is how we need to identify the Kalman's test of controllability. Next one, for this problem also we can identify. You can see here x dot of t is equal to ax plus bu, and A matrix is given, B matrix is given. What is the order of the matrix A? It is 2 cross 2. So it is nothing but your n cross n. The number of state variables in this is going to be 2. Okay. Now we need to identify the composite matrix QC. The formula to obtain the composite matrix in case of your Kalman's test is BAB. Okay. B matrix is given in the problem. AB, you can multiply A matrix with B matrix and you can put it in this column. Then you identify the determinant value for this composite matrix. After identifying the determinant value, here you could see that the determinant value is going to be 0. Therefore, the rank of the matrix is equated to 1. If your QC is equal to 0, then the rank of the matrix is equal to 1. If the composite matrix is not equal to 0, then the rank of the matrix is going to be the number of state variables. For this particular problem, the rank is going to be 1 as the determinant value of your composite matrix is 0. Therefore, we can say here the composite matrix is equated to 0, right? Therefore, the system is not state controllable. This is how we can identify the state controllability by means of Kalman's test. Next, Gilbert's test there are two tests. One is your Kalman's test and second one is your Gilbert's test. So first two problem we have solved with the Kalman's test for controllability. Now in this problem we will be solving some one or two problems for Gilbert's test. So under Gilbert's test we will solve one more problem. Consider this matrix. Consider the system with the state equation x dot of t is equal to ax of t plus bu of t. Now you need to estimate the state controllability by means of Kalman's test and Gilbert's test. Kalman's test you people know very well. You have to identify your composite matrix. The composite matrix is based on the number of state variables. Here in this problem the order of the matrix is 3 cross 3. The order of the matrix A. Therefore, n is equal to 3. Therefore, in the composite matrix, you will be getting 3 terms. One is your B, next is your AB, and the next one is your A square B. So, we know how to place the B matrix, AB matrix, that is A matrix multiply with B matrix, and the last column comprises of A square B. After that, you need to find the determinant value of this composite matrix. If this determinant value is not equal to 0, then we can say the system is controllable. Suppose if this determinant value is going to be equal to 0, then we are saying it is not system controllable. Like this only you will have to identify the system controllability or state controllability by means of Kalman's test. This is well known to you all, as we have discussed some problems in the previous class. Now coming back to your Gilbert's test. So here we have seen after identifying the determinant value in case of your Kalman's test, it is equal to 1. Therefore, the determinant value is not equal to 0. Therefore, the order of the rank of the matrix is going to be 3 and we can say the system is completely state controllable. Now you consider your Gilbert's test. For Gilbert's test, you have to identify first your characteristics equation. In case of your Gilbert's test, you need to identify your characteristics equation. Then you have to identify your eigenvalues. Then you have to write the matrix A in phase variable form. First we will identify the characteristics equation. What characteristics equation says? It is lambda I minus A is equated to 0. So once if it is identified lambda I minus A is equal to 0, then you will have to identify the determinant value. After the determinant value is identified, the roots are identified by using a calculator, and the roots obtained for this particular problem is lambda 1 is equal to minus 1, lambda 2 is equal to minus 2, lambda 3 is equal to minus 3. So 3 eigenvalues we have obtained. Now we need to write the matrix A in phase variable form, that is in Vandermonde matrix form. To do so, to write your model matrix, Vandermonde matrix, what you need to do is first row everything you have to write it as 1 1 1. In the second row you have to write lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3. Third row lambda 1 square, lambda 2 square and lambda 3 square. Clear? So after writing, you have to find what is your M inverse B. If your M inverse B is, if none of the elements, in this no element should be 0 in the identified matrix. If any one element is 0 in the matrix, then the system is not controllable. Here none of the element in the matrix should be 0, then only the system is completely state controllable. One more time I will summarize how to identify your Kalman's test and how to identify your Gilbert's test. The formula to identify your Kalman's test for controllability is, you need to identify your composite matrix. Here inside you have to write B, AB, A square B, and it goes on till A to the power of n into B. The number of terms inside this bracket depends upon the number of state variables. Then you have to identify the determinant value of your composite matrix. If it is equated to 0, if your determinant value is equal to 0, then the rank of the matrix is going to be 1 and we can say the system is not controllable. Suppose if your composite matrix is not equal to 0, then your rank of the matrix is going to be the number of state variable. Under this condition, you can say the system is completely controllable. This is your Kalman's test of controllability. Next, for Gilbert's test, the formula is, for Gilbert's test, you need to identify what is your M inverse B, where M is nothing but your model matrix, and also you all know how to identify your model matrix. Then after multiplying this, you will be getting one matrix where none of the element inside this matrix is 0. If any one element is 0, then the system is not controllable. For example, if you are having, after identifying M inverse B, if you are having 1, 2, 3, then it is, you can say the system is controllable. Suppose if you are getting a matrix like this, suppose if you are getting a matrix like 0, 1, 5, then we can say the system is not controllable. Why? Because the element, you have one element as 0 in your M inverse B matrix. None of the element in the M inverse B matrix is 0. Then only we can say the system is completely controllable. These are all the two methods that we can identify the controllability by means of your Kalman's test and next by means of your Gilbert's test. Thank you, students.